In 1994, Jeff Bezos had everything most people dream of: a prestigious job, a six-figure salary, a fast track to Wall Street power. He was a senior vice president at a hedge fund, young, respected, secure, and then he walked away. Not because he failed, because he saw something no one else was paying attention to. The internet was growing at 2,300% per year, and that number changed his life. This is the story of Jeff Bezos, before the billions. Long before Amazon, before warehouses, before Prime. There was a kid obsessed with how things worked. Jeff was raised by a teenage mother. His biological father left early. Later, his stepfather adopted him. He grew up in Texas, spending summers on his grandfather's ranch, fixing windmills, repairing fences, solving problems. He wasn't flashy. He was curious. He loved science fiction. He loved building things. He once rigged an alarm system to keep his siblings out of his room. Not for drama, for focus. Mountaintop lesson. Curiosity compounds long before money does. Jeff didn't drift through school. He dominated it. Valedictorian, Princeton graduate, electrical engineering and computer science. Not easy majors. He trained his brain for complexity. Then he entered Wall Street at a firm called D.E. Shaw. He rose fast. By 30, he was already a senior vice president. Let that sink in. At 30, most people are still figuring life out. He was already powerful, and yet he wasn't satisfied. In 1994, Bezos came across a statistic. Internet usage was growing at 2,300% annually. Not 23%, not 230%, 2,300%. Most people would nod and move on. He did the math. If something grows that fast, it changes everything. He created a list of products that could be sold online. He chose books. Why? Millions of titles, easy to ship, universal demand. But here's the part nobody talks about. He had to tell his boss he was leaving. Leaving stability, leaving power, leaving guaranteed wealth. His boss tried to talk him out of it. Said it was a good idea for someone who didn't already have a great job. That line could have ended it. But Bezos had a framework. He called it the regret minimization framework. At 80 years old, which decision would he regret more? Trying and failing, or never trying? That question changed everything. He and his wife drove across the country to Seattle. He wrote the business plan in the car. No billion-dollar aura. No media spotlight. Just a laptop and a bet. Amazon started in a garage. The desks, made from doors because they were cheaper. That wasn't aesthetic minimalism. That was survival. He hired a few engineers. They worked relentlessly. The first month after launch, they sold books to all 50 states, then 45 countries without advertising. But here's the truth. They weren't profitable. For years. Investors didn't understand it. The media mocked it. Amazon.bomb. That's what some critics called it. The company kept reinvesting every dollar. No big profits, no immediate reward, just growth. Bezos believed in long-term domination over short-term validation. Mountaintop principle. The market rewards patience, but only if you survive long enough. Then came the dot-com crash. Internet companies collapsed overnight. Billions evaporated. Amazon stock dropped more than 90%. 90%. Most founders would panic, scale down, sell. Bezos doubled down. Focused on logistics, efficiency, infrastructure. He wasn't building a bookstore. He was building a machine. And machines scale. This wasn't luck. It was structure, relentless customer obsession, long-term thinking, willingness to look wrong for years. That's what built the foundation before the billions. By the time profits came, the infrastructure was unstoppable. Before the billions, there was risk. Before the headlines, there was ridicule. Before the empire, there was a man willing to leave safety behind. Jeff Bezos didn't start rich. He started certain that the future would belong to those who build it. The real story isn't about money. It's about conviction. So here's the mountaintop question. If you saw the future growing at 2,300%, would you have the courage to bet on it, or would you protect your comfort? Before the billions, there was a decision, and decisions build empires. This is mountaintop mindset. Climb.